Now, if you're feeling hotter than usual, it's clearly because the heat wave this year has been one of the longest and deadliest. According to the IMD, 14 of the 36 subdivisions in the country have recorded over 15 heat wave days. Let's tell you, this year has been one of the hottest in recent times, clearly, and it isn't going to get better anytime soon. Let's tell you, the Met Department has warned that the heat wave situation will continue for the next 4 to 5 days before the weather improves. Now, Odisha reported the highest number of heat wave days, which is a total of 27 days where the state saw scorching temperatures. This was followed by Rajasthan, the West Bengal, Haryana, and even the national capital. Let's also break down that for you, that even the hilly states of Jammu and Kashmir as well as Himachal Pradesh saw intense heat. Only the northeastern states, coastal Karnataka, and parts of the Marathwada have been spared from the heat wave conditions.
It is also very much clear, and given the trends in the last few years, if we talk about the NCR in particular, less rainfall is also making the trouble for the people who are usually seeing the problem of the water shortage. And when the monsoons arrive, we usually see the situation of the flood. And that was for the very first time which we have witnessed last year in the capital city. Who would have thought that in the New Delhi area, the water logging is something which is going to be seen. So both the phenomena are something which is much more troubling as far as the residents are concerned. So this is something which is going to be experienced this time as well. But the intensity of the same is unprecedented. But we need to see as to how exactly and when exactly the respite is going to be seen. Because if we go by the data or the trend which we have seen in last couple of years, usually by this time of the year, many of the western disturbance activities usually take place in and around the NCR region. But for the very first time, there has been a long dry spell which is making the situation even more difficult. So now, as far as the heat wave is concerned and for the water crisis as well, the residents are only hoping and praying for the monsoon to arrive earlier than usual in the NCR region.
All right, so that is, of course, clearly the latest that we're giving you overall breakdown as to what it's looking like in the national capital and even other parts of the country. Having said that, let me find out from my colleague Shreya, who's joining me live this morning, to find out what it's looking like in West Bengal, because it's a very interesting chapter here. North West Bengal as well as South West Bengal are telling two different stories. Shreya, over to you to draw more perspective, because clearly there's no respite, but it's very interesting to see how this entire season has panned out for West Bengal.
Of course, we see it's very different when it comes to North and South Bengal. When it comes to North Bengal particularly, we see that there is a red and orange alert issued by the IMD predicting heavy to heavy rainfall in places like Alipurduar, Kalimpong, Jalpaiguri and Darjeeling district. Now, you will remember that there has been continuous heavy rainfall in Sikkim, because of which many roads connecting Sikkim to that of Darjeeling and Karsiang have been blocked. Also, rescue operation is going on there. So we see that North Bengal is reeling under heavy to heavy rainfall, and there has been a red and orange alert that have been issued by the IMD saying that that condition is likely to prevail over this week. Now, when it comes to South Bengal, it is a totally different picture, because we see South Bengal continues to reel under heat wave. We see that Bardhaman, Purulia, that of Kolkata, Mednipur, all these are the districts in South Bengal for which yellow and orange alert have been issued by the IMD. Now, remember, schools have been shifted online. Some of the schools, some schools have in fact changed their timing. So, of course, owing to this heat wave, there has been a notification that have come out on the part of the state government asking the school to change their timing. In fact, we were speaking to the schools yesterday, where we see that some of the schools have changed their timing, some have shifted to online classes owing to this heat wave.
Right, Shreya. In fact, as you point that out, let's talk about the fact that how this has been an unprecedented time. It's not just for people who are out, like you, reporting in these extreme conditions, which we're extremely appreciative of. But having said that, for the younger ones, this would be a very difficult time, because you're looking at them also going to school. On that front, when you were reporting and looking at how administration overall have taken steps, tell us from that end, what are we picking up to kind of look at how people can ease into this particular season? Of course, it's definitely not easy, but there would be certain steps that do come into effect.
Of course, remember schools have started opening after 10th of June. There are many schools in Kolkata which have come back after the summer break on 10th and some are coming back after 18th. Now, schools who have come back from summer break on 10th of June, again owing to this heat condition, they have gone back to morning classes, they have gone back to online classes. For example, today we were speaking to one of the schools where the principal is saying that, online classes can be not that much effective for the students given that there is no in-person touch. It is very easy for small children to get distracted. The reason why they do not want to hamper the studies, keeping both in mind the prevailing heat wave situation and also the education of the children, they have shifted the classes in the morning session. Now, what usually happens is that the classes are getting over by 10 or 11 so that, the 12 p.m. heat, this is not, very much, they don't have to face the 12 p.m. heat. They're in fact saying that parents have to come to pick up and drop these children. So, of course, it is a concern. Now, as far as the state government is concerned, we of course see that IMD have predicted, there has been warning that have come out on part of IMD. Also, the state government have issued notification asking the school to adjust the timing owing to the heatwave condition.
Right, Shreya. Thank you very much for not only telling us the latest, but more importantly, steps that have been taken in that particular direction. One can only hope that all of us will finally be able to escape from this particular heat. But for the moment, we're going to leave the conversation at that, and we're also slipping a quick break here on the morning show. But stay with